So shoulder internal rotation, mobilization, and posterior capsule, so back side of your shoulder stretched in a wall in a standing position. So this exercise or this routine is PAILS and rails, usually done on the floor. This is just a combination how to do it in a standing position. Again, like very simple, very handy, something what you can do during the day just to be able to get the repetition of the range of motion, something what you can do. So what you're going to just start with your side which you want to exercise or you want to mobilize close to the wall, pretty much 90 degrees to the wall. You're going to just lift the shoulder pretty much to 90 degrees or slightly below. Your shoulder should be touching the wall pretty much all the time. The shoulders are pretty much squared and level. You're just going to bring the elbow into 90 degrees, so just bring your elbow close to the body. And then you're just going to try to rotate bring the arm down all the way, almost like as far as you can. Then you're going to just gently place the other arm on the top of the wrist or top of the forearm. And you're just going to gently press as far down as you can, without just going gently, pretty much just feeling where the end range is without causing too much pressure. You're not trying to squeeze as far as you can, because the common compensation in this position is people oftentimes lift the shoulder or they kind of go almost like this way. So when you keep the shoulders nice and square and you push it down, you're going to find like you're going to feel a little gentle stretch on the back side of the shoulder over here close to the wall. And you just hold this position for minute, or if you're starting with this, it can be 30 seconds, building up to the minute, then all the way to the 2 minutes. And again, just holding this position. So let's say after 2 minutes, what you're going to do, you're going to just create a little bit of effort or start ramping up the effort from almost like 0% up to when you're starting initially, it can be 20-30%, very mild, but then gradually as your tolerance and a range of motion and strength in that position improves, you can just build it up all the way up to 100%. So you're just building up the tension, let's say initially to 20%, you're going in this direction, so the arm is providing that little bit of resistance. And after, let's say like 10-15 seconds, you just try to go further down, so you just try to bring the arm a little bit down. If you are starting with this drill, I usually recommend just the one repetition, just to kind of introduce the little bit of range of motion into the shoulder weight, what the reaction is going to be. But if you are familiar, you can definitely follow up. So you gain a little bit extra range of motion, you still try to keep the shoulders nice and square, and you can just follow up again just with a little bit of stretch in the new position. I forgot to mention initially, during the stretching, you're trying to just breathe pretty much into your tummy or into your, I guess, into your abdomen. So there shouldn't be any chest or shoulder motion, so just nice and relax, easy, 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out, or whatever you feel is relaxing for you. That's kind of the most important. And again, after some hold in this position, you're just going to repeat the same thing. Again, important, there shouldn't be any pinching, any sensation in the front. You should feel just nice stretchy feeling on the back, kind of on the area close to the wall. And again, you can just then just a little bit of contraction, and again holding it for 10 seconds, then just bring it further down. So after this motion, you should find like you're able just to increase your internal rotation without too much compensation of the shoulder. So it's going to be just important during the day just to do a few what's called like capsule cars, or just few movements just to maintain that range of motion. So what you would do is you would just bring the shoulder kind of into internal rotation, external rotation, again like without any pinching in the front, just nice stretch in the back as far as you can. Then maybe in 45 degrees towards your body, the same thing over here. And then maybe in this position, which is similar to that sleeper stretch. The other option is just keeping the arm straight and basically just rotating it like this, almost like you're trying to reach out, and just rotate it back and forth, back and forth. You are introducing quite a lot of forearm motion, so there could be that pronation, supination, which is kind of looking like a shoulder rotation. So I find this is usually a little bit more specific to the shoulder. And again, just when you're rotating, trying to avoid kind of compensation, lifting the shoulder. So oftentimes I just put the other arm on my shoulder, just to block or just to be more aware of that motion, or just to do it in front of the mirror, so you're going to have a little bit more visual feedback to see like what is going on. So this was the exercise or the routine to improve the capsule or to stretch the capsule, but it's going to stretch the infraspinatus, teres minor, all of the rear delt, everything on the back of the shoulder, and it should allow you to have a little bit more of that internal rotation, which is quite important, let's say during the pressing, benches, cleans, press ups, and generally keeping the shoulder just to be able to move it quite nicely.